Hi, here is the solution to problem 6a from tutorial 12. Right, so here is the question. It's a second order linear non-homogeneous differential equation. Right, and uh, if you look at the tutorial, at the tutorial handout, you will see that so we are supposed to do it using the method of undetermined coefficients. Right, so how do we do that? Do we do it? So the first step is always to set up the corresponding homogeneous equation, right? So we should write y double prime plus 4y prime plus 4y is 0 and solve it. And to solve it, we use the characteristic equation lambda squared plus 4y plus 4 is 0. So this is a complete square. It is in fact lambda plus 2 squared is 0. So the two roots are the same. Oops, sorry. Lambda 1, 2 is equal to negative 2. Right? If the two roots are the same, it means that the general solution of the homogeneous equation is y equals c1 e to the minus 2x plus c2 e to the minus 2x times x. All right, now this is for the homogeneous equation. Homogeneous. Now, in order to solve the non-homogeneous equation, we kind of have to guess the answer in the same form as the right-hand side. So the right-hand side is a combination, is the product of the exponential function and a trigonometric function, and in that case, we have to include both cosine and sine into our answer, right? So for the non-homogeneous equation, so our guess is y equals some a times e to the minus x times cosine x plus some b times e to the minus x sine x. And I guess maybe I think it's more convenient to take out e to the x, e to the minus x times a cos x plus b sine x. Right, so now we've got to find its first derivative and its second derivative and substitute it back into the equation, right? So the first derivative, y prime, is, this is the product, so we differentiate e to the minus x first, minus e to the minus x times a cos x plus b sine x. Okay, so plus e to the minus x times, now we differentiate whatever is the second multiplier, so minus a sine x sine x and plus b cos x. Well, and it's probably more convenient to group together similar terms, so we can still keep e to the minus x outside, right, times that there's going to be a term with cosine x. So what's the coefficient at cosine x? So we have negative a here, and we have b here, so minus a plus b cos x plus, what's the coefficient at sine x? Sine x. So at sine x we have minus b here and minus a here. Okay, so this is y prime, so now we've got to do y double prime, so the second derivative. So to find the second derivative, we differentiate the first derivative, and again we do it by the product rule. So first we differentiate e to the minus x minus e to the minus x times the second multipliers, we will just copy it, so minus a plus b cos x plus minus a minus b sine x. Okay, now plus e to the minus x times, now we've got to differentiate whatever is the second term here. So cosine x, when we differentiate cosine x, we get minus sine x, right? So instead of minus a plus b, we will get a minus b essentially. A minus b sine x plus minus a minus b cosine x. Okay, and this is going to be equal to, and again, so we can just collect together all the similar terms. So e to the minus x. So that there's going to be cosine x. So where do we have cosine x? So this is cosine x. This is cosine x. So in front of cosine x we have a minus b, and from the second occurrence of cosine x we get minus a minus b cosine x. Right, so let me consult my notes. Right, so plus, now I'm going to do the sine x, right? So for the sine x we have a plus b from the first term plus a minus b from the second term, sine x. Okay. All right, so now notice that a minus a is just 0. And here we have b minus b, which is again just 0. So let me take an eraser. And then minus b is minus 2b, and a plus a is 2a. So let me just delete this and insert the coefficient 2. All right. So now we have to plug it in back into the equation, right? So let me free some space here. So this is not necessary anymore. So we just have y. Well, okay, so there is also the minus x here. So basically this is my y. So this expression goes here, right? So this expression goes here, and this expression goes into the first position. Okay, so let me just do it. So y double prime. So now I'm going to write y double prime. So y double prime is e to the minus x times minus 2b cos x plus 2a sine x. So plus 4 times y prime. So now I'm writing this term. And y prime is e to the minus x times minus a plus b cos x plus minus a minus b sine x. All right, so this is y prime plus 4y. Okay, so plus 4 times y, and y is e to the minus x. Yeah, it is pretty tedious. A cos x plus b sine x. This should be equal to 0. Alright, so let us now collect together all the terms with cosine x. Right, so we will have e to the minus x. Well, in all of them we will have e to the minus x, and then times cosine x times, so let us collect together all the coefficients in front of cosine x. So we have minus 2b. So here we have minus 4a plus 4b, and here we get plus 4a plus 4. Right, and plus e to the minus x sine x times, so now I'm going to do the same thing for sine x. So I have 2a, then I have these two, so minus 4a minus 4b, and finally I have this one, so plus 4b. So this should be equal to 0. Alright, now let's do some cancellation. So minus 4a plus 4a is just 0. Minus 4b plus 4b is just 0. Alright, so let me delete them. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, so now minus 2b plus 4b is just 2b, right? So this is just 2b. Two a minus 4a is minus 2a. Oh yeah, and it shouldn't be 0, of course. Yeah, sorry about that. It shouldn't be 0. It should be the right hand side, right? So it should be e to the minus x cos x. Okay, so now how can we so for which values of a and b we will get e to the minus x cosine x? Well, very simple, right? So the right hand side does not have sine x, so this should be 0, and this should be 1. So 2b equals 1, b equals 1/2, and a is 0. So that's it. Y equals, so b is the coefficient in front of sine x, so a is the coefficient at cosine x, so we do not have that, and we have 1/2 times 1/2 times e to the minus x times sine x. Right, so this is a particular solution of the non-homogeneous differential equation, and to get the general solution we add the general solution of the homogeneous equation, which is c1 to the minus 2x plus c2 times x times e to the minus 2x. So, and that's the final answer.